This is FreezeMe for the Xbox One. It's also available on Steam. I think it has been since late 2015. How about some exposition? There you go. You didn't ask for it. Here it is. So R and M are walking around. The Fat the cat kidnaps M because he's a cat and doesn't like dogs. That's unfortunate. They're both mammals. So R goes after him into a weird vortex warp thingy. That's kind of how she described it. Your first thought might be, wow, this looks like Super Mario 64. Yeah. This game is pretty much like a love letter / homage to Mario 64 in many, many ways. More than you probably think that there are. The controls aren't particularly complicated. You'll kind of get the hang of it. One of the mechanics that you'll use pretty frequently is your camera can freeze objects. So you freeze platforms, and then you can jump to other platforms. You can freeze enemies and get to stars. Oh, I'm sorry, excuse me. The golden bricks or what have you, the star equivalent. And Hubbiton, your hub, get it, is where you access the different levels. So you jump right in like it was a painting, and you can pick the version of the level in order to get the I actually honestly forgot what they're called. Golden cube bricks. Let's call them star bricks just for the sake of it. And when you start the level, it shows you like where it is. That's not to show you exactly how to get it, but it shows you where it is. And levels are pretty large, so there's also a teleportation hub in them, and they're all not unlocked initially. You have to access them, and then they're open within the level themselves. One of the selves. And each world, I should say, has like a larger boss battle. That seems familiar as well. Some of the sound is a bit off. I had some issues with one of the recordings, but yeah, so I apologize. And then, of course, there's the version of each world where you have to go and get not 150 of the red coins. I actually died and thought that I had to do it all over again, and then I realized, oh, it's already there. So it's quite a bit to explore. No, it's not as large as the game that it so clearly is an homage to, but that's okay. There's enough content here to keep you busy for a while. Giant Bits Island. And you start to level off, and this gives you kind of an overview on, hey, this is what it looks like. And you can clearly see the Mario Galaxy influences. I love the Galaxy game, so I saw that and smiled. I didn't have an issue with it. For some reason, you have to run up those planks on the little glacier island things. I don't know why you can't just jump on them. That was kind of weird. And as all the levels, most of the voiceovers sound like that from the various pig creatures and versions of pig creatures who give you various tasks to do. Now, sometimes those tasks are for the gold bricks themselves. Other times, they actually give you these green coins. You look in the upper left, you'll see the red above it and the green. And collecting the green coins unlocks some things as well. There's these like shard glass creatures that will give you stuff if you have a certain number of the green coins. There's also catapults, which are kind of fun. The interesting thing is typically there's a screw missing from each one. So normally you have to go and hunt down where that screw is. Sometimes it's very close and convenient. Other times it's not. Did that say Surgery Miyamoto? Yep, that says Surgery Miyamoto. So FreezeMe, you definitely can see why it's called FreezeMe. This is the boss, I think, of the second or third world. Each boss has some little tricks or whatever in order to get by them. There's also doors and things that unlock, and some hidden sections that have 2D portions of the game where you just want to collect blue coins. Typically about 20 of them. The controls in this game could be a bit better in general, but certainly in the 2D portion, so I kind of struggle with those a little bit. The game is not, in terms of quality, up on the same level as a Mario Galaxy or Mario 64. It's just not. And I'm perfectly fine with that. Everyone won't be, but this is my video and my opinion, so yeah. It also has a good sense of humor as well. That's always good. Yep, it's definitely wearing it on its sleeve. So I probably put about, I don't know, 5 or 6 hours into FreezeMe. And my biggest gripe so far is that you don't have a butt stomp. So when you jump off of something high, you can do like the slide attack in order to reduce damage. But as you saw, if you just fall, you get hurt. And there's no way to avoid that if it doesn't let you slide. So for ways to go. But I guess, I don't know, maybe 5 to 6 hours I put in it, I felt I had enough fun. I did a 3-hour stream of this the other day. I really enjoyed it, but this game, I'm the audience for it. I really like platformers. I just love the fact that what I'm assuming is a relatively small team got together and decided to make a 3D platformer in the vein of Mario 64. I think that's awesome. Everything in it doesn't work, but enough works such that I'm going to go back and keep playing this game. And I don't know, if you were a fan of 3D platformers, I recommend it. It is on Steam. I have not played the Steam version, but I definitely have been having a really good time with the Xbox One version, despite some of its control issues, which can sometimes lead to your death. But primarily in the 2D sections, that's where it's roughest. But I don't know. I like when people try to take on something that's pretty ambitious, and I feel like they succeeded. I've rambled enough. If you like this video, like, subscribe, click on either one of these videos, and check out a slew of other video content.